Welcome to another video of the Python programming playlist. In this playlist, what we are going to do is we are going to talk about Python operators. As we all know that operators are nothing but some special symbols which actually represents some kind of operations, okay, and like arithmetic, relational, logical, any other, like in programming there are many types of operators. We will talk about it obviously. So these are the things, like then what exactly operators are? There are some special symbols, that's it, plus, minus, asterisk, slash, like many others. And what are operands? Operands are something which actually interact with the operator and yield some values, like a plus b. Then a is an obviously operand and b is an operand and plus is a operator. Like, so in Python there are various types of operator, okay. There are like arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise, assignment, identity, membership, and ternary. There are many types. For that, like to get the understanding of it, let's start one by one. First, let's start by the arithmetic operator. I am in the terminal and let's go inside Python shell. Okay, here this is the Python shell. Okay, and one sec. Let's go inside the Python shell. And here, like if I write a equal to 20 and then b equal to 10, if I write print a comma b, then obviously both of them will be printed out. We all know it, right? We already have shown all these things. But now if I write c equal to a plus b, then inside c the plus operator, like the plus operator will be working on 20 plus 10 will be working, and then if I write print c, then you can see 30 has been printed out. You can do all these things in VS Code, in Python, many other editors as well. But I am showing for simplicity purpose. I am showing all these things in terminal only right now. Okay, you do not need to write anything right now. Like we will talk about it later on. Don't worry about that. Correct. Now let's talk about d equal to, for example, a minus b. Okay, let's not take all these things. If I write, for example, a minus b, 10 is there. A asterisk b, 200 is there. A divided by b, 2.0 is there. Now 2.0 by default, this is a slash, means floating division. Here you can see it means division float. Okay, divides the first operand by the second and yields a, like if you want to check the type of a divided by b, so you can see class float is there. Okay, but there is another one, a double slash b, which is like obviously 2, but it's an integer. Like if you see type by this type function, okay, you can check the type of the variable. Okay, so for this is the thing which I am not creating another video, like what is type function. So when the playlist will be going on, we will be adding new little concepts and functions or any other little things regarding the Python, which actually makes Python very cool, right? So we will add all these things so that the playlist would be so much productive. It's not like we are only talking about operators. So don't worry about that. Okay, you will also, like those who already know about operators, by all these things, they will add some extra addition to the video, so they will not feel like that, okay, this is a boring and all. So I'm not going to do that. So don't worry about that, right? Now let's talk about modulus. Okay, for example, d equal to 34 and e equal to, for example, 45. Now if you print, you can like write like this, print also you can write like e modulus d. You can print, one second, print spelling was wrong, I'm really sorry for that. Yeah, so see, you can see 11 is there. If you like, as it is a shell, you can directly print it out. That's totally cool. Okay, yeah, so now double asterisk, the power. Okay, for example, 2 double asterisk 3, 8 is coming, 3 double asterisk 2, that means 2 to the power 3 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. Like for example, 7 to the power 3, 343 is there. Okay, so that is the thing, correct? So these are arithmetic operators. Now let's talk about some comparison operators. Like what they do the comparison for us. Okay, so I'm getting out, clearing the terminal. Again I'm going inside the Python shell. Okay, now for example, what is happening, like there are various, like greater than is there, greater than equal to is there, less than is there, less than equal to is there, equal is there, not equal to is there. There are 6 normally, 6 like comparison operators are there. Okay, now if I talk about like greater than, like for example, 10 is greater than 23, it is true or not? Obviously it's false, right? So it will give a false. Now what is the type of it? Type is something like, which is a boolean data type. We have talked about it in our data type video. If you haven't watched that video, please go to that video. I will put that in the I button. You can go and check there. Okay, so like see, class bool is there, correct? So what comparison operator are actually returning? They are returning either the statement which you have written, whether it is true or not. If it is not, then it will return false. If it is true, it's return true. That's it. That's simple as that, right? In C or C++ or Java, the language is like, in C++ or Java, bool is there. Like, but in C, what happens are like it returns 0 or 1, correct? So like, those who know already programming, for them like 0 and 1 they understand like what is the meaning of 0 and 1. But as a beginner, if you don't know anything about programming, you never ever had like programming in your college or school or any other places, then Python is a great language for you, because it is so much user friendly. It's very easy to understand like what's happening, right? So that is a diversity of like simplicity and diversity of Python. Okay, let's continue. Like for example, if I write a equal to 2 and 10, and then b equal to, for example, 15, then if I write a equal b, obviously false, a not equal to b, true, a less or equal to b, true, a less than b, true, a greater or equal to b, false, correct? So in this way the comparison operators work. By the way, equal to, here I have already actually identified this equal to and like double equal, like this equal, these are not same. This is an assignment operator, this is a comparison operator. So don't get like anything confused that okay, what exactly it is. Okay, correct? Yeah, so this is the thing. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, so this is the terminal again. Okay, now let's talk about the logical operators. Okay, now what logical operator does? Logical operators are nothing but the representation of logic gates. That's it. What they does, like what they do, this is going to be the same thing. Okay, for example, if you write, okay, a equal to 1, okay, b equal to 2, c equal to 3, d equal to 4. For example, if you write a and 0, obviously it would be 0, a or 0, because and or not, these are three fundamental gates we know, right? So and or not is there. For example, a, for example, not a, false. Why? Because a is obviously 1. If a would be equal to 0, then not a would return true. Okay, then obviously a and 1, for example, 0, obviously a is 0, but a or 4, so obviously it would be 4. That's it. That is the thing. Okay, now like these, like if you write something here and then, or if you write something there, okay, there it could not be any variable only, like here it could be anything. Okay, here it could be an expression, like for example, if it could be a less than b or c less than d, so you can true or false you can find, correct? If you put like for example and here, it could be true, because obviously 1 is less than 2 and 2 is 3 is less than 4, correct? That is the way. So you can use, like for example, here also, inside that also you can use not c. Not c means obviously something like which will be 0. That is the way, correct? So yeah, now okay, let me clear the screen. Okay. Yeah, now let's talk about the bitwise operator. Now bitwise operator, which is something little bit interesting. Like what happens that we actually operate like using the bitwise operator. I would advise you to go through the bitwise operator explanation in my C playlist. I will put this thing in the I button. There is nothing about Python there. The internally how the operators are actually getting used, I have described there. So I think you should go through that, because I'm not using any like other UI thing here to explain you all these things. I think that would be a better option. You go and have a watch. Like it's very easy to understand. Okay. For example, let me tell you, a equal to 10 and b equal to, for example, 5. Now, what is the binary of 10? 1, 0, 1, 0. And what is the binary of 5? 5 is 1, 0, 1. Correct? Now, 1, 0, 1. That means this, the first one would be compared with the first 0 of the 1, 0, 1, 0. The 0, the second position is 0, right, in 1, 0, 1. And there is 1 is there, and another one is 0, and this is 1. And for like if it is not there, like for example, as this is like nothing is there, then we will consider as 0. So like parallelly all the same position digits will be compared based on the operation you are going to do. For example, if I write A and B, what will happen? 1 0 1 0 is there, right? And here it is 1 0 1. So this will be the answer, which is 0. Actually, A or B. So here it is 15 because all the digits like 1 0 1 0, another one is 0 1 0 1. So everything would be coming as 1. That's why 15 is coming. Bitwise OR will be happening. Okay, bitwise. Every bit, every bit would be like having this operation. Similarly, bitwise NOT is there, bitwise XOR is there. Okay, XOR is nothing but like bitwise NOT is something like 2's complement. Okay, for example, if I write not A, that means minus 11, minus 11. Then not B, you can see minus 6. Okay, not, for example, A or B, so you can see minus 16. The 2's complement of actually 15 is minus 16. Okay, 2's complement of 10 is minus 11. 2's complement of 5 is minus 6. That is the basic like pattern we can see here, right? Now, for example, if A equal to minus 5, then what would be the 2's complement of A? It's 4. Correct? 4's 2's complement is minus 5. Then minus 5 2's complement is 4. If you don't know about 2's complement, okay. In digital electronics or digital logic design, all these things are there. Now let's talk about the shifting operator. Now what happens that, like for example, A equal to 12. Now if you write A left shift 2, that means like in that C video I have like graphically I have explained like how this left shift and right shift actually work. So I would really recommend you guys to watch that video. It will be in the I button, don't worry. Okay, or in the description I will put. By the formula, what happens that 12 into 2 to the power 2, that means 48 would be the answer. And if I write for example B equal to 15, and then if I write B less than 3, so 120. How? 8 into 15, 120, 2 to the power 3. That's how the thing is. Okay, now if I write C equal to 60, okay, and C right shift 2, that means divided by 2 to the power 2, that means 4 is 15 would be coming up. So this is the way left shift and right shift, all these bit operators are it's work actually. Okay, now let's talk about assignment operator. So already you know A equal to B plus C, that means equal to is an assignment operator. This B plus C will be calculated and it will be stored in A. Okay, now for example A equal to 3, if you write A plus equal to 4, that means A equal to A plus 4, sorry. So 3 plus 4 is 7 would be printed out. Okay, see, 7 has been printed out. Okay, say similarly minus equal to, asterisk equal to, divide equal to, like modulus equal to, every operator already have been explained. So you can have your own hands-on thing. I have given some examples also here, so you can take a note of it. Okay, first of all let's talk about membership operators. Okay, now L equal to 1 2 3. Okay, now if 2 in L, that means true, but 4 in L is obviously false because 4 is not in the list. So in means like true if the value is found in the sequence. For example, if you write like T equal to, for example, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, if you write 6 in T, obviously it is false, whereas 3 in T is true. That's it, correct. But if I write like 6 not in T, then obviously it will be true. Not in, that means it is not there. We are saying if it is true, then true will be setting up like. Okay, now we will talk about the identity operators. Okay, so for example, okay, now if I write A is B, it will say false. Why? Because is operator actually checks either they are identically correct or not. Let me tell you how. For example, C equal to 10. Okay, now A is C. Either the value is same, but it's a character that is an integer. That's why it is not matching. Okay. For example, if I write B equal to D equal to 20.0, whereas D is getting a false result. Why? Because it's a float, that is an integer. But if I write B is not D, then it is true. because they are not identically same. Obviously that is a true thing, right? This is the identity operator. Now yeah, let's talk about the last one, which is ternary operator. Membership operator we already have discussed. Ternary operator. So now what ternary operator is? Ternary operator is also known as conditional expressions, like known as conditions as operators that evaluate something based on a condition, if it is being true or false. Okay. Now single line, like it is like something like single line like conditional statement, you can say, like instead of multiple if else statement. For example, like something, a statement is there. For example, here there is an example here: a comma b equal to 10 comma 20. Now main equal to a. Now if you write if nothing was a statement, okay, where like if a less than b, okay, else b. Now if a less than b is works, like 10 less than 20 is true, then a main will be a, otherwise main will be b. Okay. Now if you write main, you can see 10, because 10 is less than 20 is actually getting a true value here. Okay, as it is a true value, then a will be stored inside main, otherwise b will be stored. Okay, so that is the thing, that is the ternary, or actually ternary operator, you can say. Some in C we see as like a conditional statement. For example, like if I write a less than b, then a or b. So if a less than b is true, then like a will be stored in main, otherwise b will be stored. So that is a syntactical difference. That's if you know C or C++, you might have heard about this conditional operator. Okay, this is the like syntax of the ternary operator in Python. Okay, this is the basics. Okay, so this is the overview of the like operators, basic operators in Python. Okay, in the next video we will talk about some other concepts. Okay, so if you really like the video, hit like, share and subscribe the channel for sure, and also let me know in the comment section if you didn't understand anything or anything, any suggestion to improve or something like that. If you want to like give some advice, then I'm open for it. Like in the comment section you can let me know anything, and also you can join the Telegram channel where like various job updates or other updates are there, like in the industry what's happening, various news and updates are there, so you can join there as well for like other stuffs. And yeah, thank you so much for, and see you in the next video.